You also can see your information. If you have anything, you can see. If you want to change, you this is just, I am telling you, you don't follow my writing. I'm just explaining you the how to do this. All right, you have to write down your information with your document, by your documents what explaining you have to follow those documents, and you have to write here everything. Do not make it mistake, because why? You have to pay fees online. So this is asking you your identity card. You say you have, or you don't have, you have to say. If you have, you can say yes. If you don't have, you say just no. Save and continue. Your nationality, country and date of birth. This is asking you. So you can say Pakistan. Date of birth Pakistan. Place of birth Lahore. I just enter because this why this is review your answer. It doesn't mean I just entered the button, so that's why you see this red error. But this is asking your date of birth, so you mention here. Save and continue. Your other nationality, if you have, you can explain here. If you don't have, you just say no. your employment status. If you work or you retire or whatever you have, you should mention. If you work or you self-employed, you should explain here, or you unemployed, you explain here. Because why I unemployed, if I say yes self-employed or employed or a student, I have to explain everything. So I have to tell you, you do not use unemployed, you have to explain in these categories. If the person is older, he has to mention retire or he is getting money from pension. If you have other income, other regular income, you should explain. If you have saving, you also say yes I have saving. Or if you don't have, you say I don't have any other income or saving, because I just want to reduce my application. So I just don't want to tell you about you have to write, but you have to write by your own, because this pattern you have to fill up all. But I just want to reduce, but you have to mention other income. If you have, you should mention. Save and continue. How much money are you planning to spend on your visit to the UK? You can mention here I am spending. If you wanna spend in GBP, so you can mention here 2000 or 4000. Save and continue. What is the total amount of money you spend each month? This is asking you about your financial situation, that every month how much money you spend. You can Here you have to write here everything for accommodation, from which day to which day you will leave. All right, you have to write here for the person name or hotel name. You can explain here accommodation in the UK, and you have to write here address, or you have to write here complete address, city, postal code, or from which day to which day you are going. You have to explain in paragraph here. So I just go back, because so I don't want to write here, I just want to explain you to do this. So save and continue. Accommodation plan in the UK. So you are going to plan in the UK, so you have to explain here where do you plan to stay in the UK. You can say here I will stay in the I will stay in the hotel. UK travel history. If you have travel history last past 10 years, you can explain. If you don't have, so you just say no and continue. want earlier, so you have to select for 5 days. If you wanna pay for 15 days, you can select 18 and just save and continue. So this is already saved, and this is telling you the Visa, MasterCard, and which card you have. I have Visa, so I will pay by Visa. This is credit card. You should have credit card to pay for this fee. So continue to World Pay. So friends, the last you are reaching here. This will not I fill up, because I am telling you that if you want to pay the fee, you have to reach here. So this is your complete application that I have teach you how to do. So you have to follow like this and fill up by your own, because I have only briefly teach you because I don't want to waste much time. And next, when you have filled up this application, you will receive the application form by PDF. You have to download the PDF form and print out. Also you have checklist they will give you. You also download that one, and you need the barcode. Also you need it, same like this one, also explaining all submitted by customer applying for the standard tier 1, 2, 4 and 5 are scanned. They will scan for you, or you can go to VFS to do that. And here this is the barcode. You need 9 barcodes. You have to attach with your application. Alright friends, so this is your complete application of UK visa form. You can do very easily for yourself, or you can do by your own. If you need further information, I can provide you. So friends, subscribe my channel and share my video to your friends, and also like my video. So I hope this video for you very worthful. So friends, thank you for watching. See you again. Goodbye.